Hi, welcome back. Thanks for taking a minute today to think about Citrus Grove Church's third core of ministry, give. Yep, we go there because Jesus and His Word go there. So much of Jesus' teaching and the guidance and advice for Christians in the Bible is about how we give. We think about giving in all of its forms from two different angles. First is inside of you, the attitude you have. You could summarize it like this: be content with what God gives you. Or more recently on our minds, thankful. Be thankful, happy, appreciative of the things God has given you. You made a list of blessings on Thanksgiving maybe, or you said something that you're thankful for. That's part of contentment. That's that first part. And the second one is being generous. That's on the outside. It's how you are generous with what God gives you. So contentment and generosity are two God-given, Jesus-motivated virtues that really shape how you look at your life, and none of it comes naturally to us. I'd say especially here in Wesley Chapel, this is particularly important, and it's why we included it in as a core of our ministry. Wesley Chapel is known for nice homes, beautiful amenities, lots of shopping, tons of restaurants. You might get the impression living in this area that if you're here, you've made it. In the words of the rich fool in the Bible, take life easy. You have lots of good things. Eat, drink, be merry, go shopping, buy more toys, relax more, be entertained. I dare say that in some of the retirement communities around here too, including in Zephyr Hills, the same attitude could be there, and it's an easy temptation. Maybe I've got it all, and now I can just relax in my retirement without giving or contributing to anyone else. Now it's time for me. Well, don't get me wrong. I enjoy relaxing as much as anybody, and Jesus gives us that gift and time. And if you're retired, God bless you and congratulations. I love our Wesley Chapel area and how nice it is and how many stores and restaurants we have. But if that's all your heart wants to do, eat and shop and be entertained in the remaining days of your life, if that's it, is that really all it's all about? Is that kind of a little bit shallow, don't you think? Hollow, maybe even selfish? Does that kind of a life leave a legacy? Does it make an impact on anybody else besides you? Well, Jesus pretty clearly teaches no. You know what does? Knowing God and having a good attitude toward the stuff He gives you. Being godly and content and generous. That's the secret to having joy in any circumstance. 1 Timothy teaches godliness and contentment. Know the true God. Know His grace. See everything that He's given you as a gift. That's contentment. No one can really talk about it outside of your church either. That's the thing. That's what a church has to talk to you about. Is a store or a restaurant going to teach you to be grateful for the things God has given you? No. They're trying to sell you stuff. The new home builders will not teach you to be content. The Joneses down the street are not going to teach you contentment and godliness. That's your church that's going to do that. You need God's Holy Spirit teaching you contentment as you study His Word. And you need people to remind you of your inability to earn or deserve anything in God's sight. Only the grace of God our Father gives us this shower of so much good stuff anyways. Everything you eat and own and shelters you and you wear, but also the stuff that you can give away, like your time, your skills, your energy. Practically, we teach inner contentment each week by emphasizing that when we give to God, we are responding to the good things He gives us first. And that our whole life is a living sacrifice to Him. It's not one thing or 1 minute or $1. It's everything that we have gives back to Him. There's also a key to contentment in every week's worship folder, a weekly thought-provoking idea or a question or an activity for you to teach and practice contentment inside. Generosity sometimes includes writing a check, of course. That's the way that we support our local congregation and our nationwide church body of Wisconsin Synod. It's a way that members privately think about what God has given them and use those offerings that they decide to give personally and privately as a family to support our ministry. and to support the proclamation of Jesus' work for us in this area and around the world. But it also means this, choosing a member role at Citrus Grove. We talk so much about member roles and what is your role. Every member needs a title. You need to know your role. And you need to know how that role fits into our mission. Just like a part of the body or a block, a living stone that builds up the house, that's what the Bible talks about the church like. And so when you see that your role is valuable to our congregation, however big or small, you appreciate, oh, God has given me some way that I can be of value to somebody else. And that is giving, folks. Member roles are contentment and then generosity in action. You value what God has given you, and then you find a way to be generous and help someone else and benefit someone else. If you don't have a member role yet, check the volunteer opportunities that are listed in every week's worship guide. Find one that you're willing to try, commit to it. There's usually a sign-up sheet near the drinking fountains or near where you walked in to church. So you walk back out past there and you can put your name down in a blank and say, I'm going to try this. Usually it's once a month or maybe whatever you decide, that's how you are going to give. And you know your role so that you could introduce yourself at our church. Hi, I'm so-and-so. I'm a member of Citrus Grove Lutheran Church and my role is, oh, you know it then. And you can see how important it is for our ministry. Everyone deep down wants to make a difference, wants to make an impact, do something important, and leave a legacy. By your offerings and your member role, you do that at Citrus Grove Church. And I think you'll see it adjust the way that you look at the Joneses down the street and all the other blessings that God has given you and the fun things that we have in our area as well. Contentment plus generosity, the inner and the outer sides of our give ministry at Citrus Grove. Sound appealing? Sound important? Sound like something that you would want your church to push you and work with you on? Yeah. I hope you see that it's a kind of teaching that all of us are always going to be working on. Could always use some reinforcement on, me too. Jesus bless then the members of Citrus Grove in their roles this weekend, our grand opening, and then beyond. And Jesus bless you too, as you strive toward contentment and generosity, and God the Holy Spirit works those things in you. We'll be back tomorrow for one more grand opening week video on our fourth core, Go. Take care. Bye-bye.